Hey, welcome back. Welcome back to the Scorpio channel. My name is Laura. If you're new to the channel, I'm going to do a general message for Scorpio. Know that energy is fluid, roles could be reversed. Interpret the message as it best resonates with you. Also know on this channel, I like to dive deep within the reading, so I do look at everything, but we take time to look at the spiritual blocks, the shadows, and see how they play out as karmic themes. So the readings have a therapy style to them, and the reason why is because most of the time we're in a relationship with someone that's karmic. We may think that they're our soulmate twin flame, and we may say, oh, this person has been in my life for like 10 years, 15 years, 20 years. Well, understand if they've been nothing but problems, they're a karmic, or if the good times are not outweighing the bad times. A lot of times, what happens is when you're in a relationship with a karmic, things get worse and worse and worse and worse, and the irony is you're dealing with two people that usually are codependent, or they're whatever it is that they're the lack that they feel within inside of themselves. They tend to see that that person that they're connected to has a gift, has the gift that they need, per se, or an element about their character, or there's something about them that, like I said, that they shine in, but it's actually a makes the person feel inadequate. So let's just say it's like you are attracting someone that's very rich, knows how to make money. It's easy for them. Money has no energy. They look at money differently. Their approach to money is different, even if they grew up in the same type of environment. They have a gift in that area of life. However, they may be really ignorant when it comes to spirituality. They may be really ignorant when it comes to, observing that they're not really present in their everyday relationships, that they don't pay attention to how they treat people. So their character is not of a high vibration. Again, and a high vibration is just any character that's derived from unconditional love. So again, this person could be shady. That's how we would someone that's of a lower vibration is shady because they're not honest. They're not transparent. There's always motive. They're always trying to strategize. So again, different part of the brain, different approach to life. And when you're attracting a karmic, they're teaching you, and they're coming into your life and they're teaching you. Now, if that karmic was to step up into the highest vibration, which would be a twin flame, they would, show the right types of character. And the right types of character is, like I said, being compassionate, being patient, being honest, being transparent, don't anything again that's derived from the energy of unconditional love. So again, we learn the spiritual lessons through these karmic relationships. Problem is that even when we know what the issue is and we know how a person is, we can still have intense feelings for them. And so again, the energy of unconditional love is transcends all time and space. And if it's a past life karmic mate, well, that person recognizes your energy. You still feel like home, vice versa. That doesn't change. However, we're in physical form to learn and to manifest. So again, the people come into our life to teach us. And I just wanted to share because there's a lot of people on here that they that have done their readings and they think that they're in a relationship with a twin flame, and they're not in a relationship with a twin flame. And, they've almost gotten comfortable being in a relationship with someone that doesn't treat them well, doesn't like it's, and the relationship gets really toxic over time. And they don't realize that the longer that they stay in that type of connection, the more that it's conditioning them to perceive that love is whatever they're being shown that love is, which is not much, and they're staying them in a very low vibration themselves where it affects the person's self-esteem. So they can't really manifest. They don't really believe that they can manifest without like the help of that other person over time, even if it's not true. And understand it's a spiritual issue. And so it's not going to logically make sense. See, again, everything happens in the spiritual realm because we're spiritual beings having human experiences. We're supposed to be learning that we're not separate from God, from unconditional love, the universe. They're all the same thing, that we have that energy inside of us. That's what gives us spiritual sovereignty. That's what allows us to transcend the limitations of our mind. So when we're doing shadow readings, we're actually integrating the spiritual blocks that prevent us from manifesting. And it's scary. It's scary because it's really reconditioning your mind. And so your mind is going to fight you. A lot of time, the reptilian mind says, nope, this is the way that it needs to be. And we, again, don't realize that we have formed habits and behaviorisms that block us from manifesting, that we're actually the creator of our own life. So it's not only that we are connected to somebody karmically, but what is keeping us bound to that karmic is the spiritual block that needs to be integrated. Once you integrate the spiritual lesson, your feelings for the person change because you raise your vibration. They're no longer on your level. And you can actually then treat that person with compassion because you realize whatever that karmic person did, they were coming from this low vibration, and this low vibration because they haven't been taught. They were never educated. So they were only living their life from the consciousness that they knew. So it's almost like, would you be angry at a baby? Like, would you be angry at a first grader, a third grader, a fifth grader? Remember, whatever this person endured in childhood. And that this is, I don't know how I wound up doing the reading, starting to do the reading because I was talking about something else, but it's clearly an energy that I'm picking up on. And it's like this person that you're connected to, you might have been triggered this whole time thinking that this person was really secure in themselves, was someone that was confident. I feel like they wore a lot of masks. And they wouldn't let you get close because they didn't want you to see that. And you thought this person was a twin flame, and they're really a karmic mate that wants to step into a twin flame, is what I'm feeling. Now, like I said, I don't know when I started to do the reading, but I did, and I'm going with it. However, we still did not pull the word of the video. We're going to see whether it lines up. Let's see. Cool. Well, that just kind of flew right on it, didn't it? I mean, okay. Innovation, innovation. So again, I feel like you're in this high vibe spiritual energy where you are creating, where you're somebody that is always manifesting, coming up with new ideas. So the thing is like, because you have such totally different energy from this person, like they've never dealt with a person like you before. Usually people give in, people surrender. That's not what you did. It's like, this is not like what you did. I feel like you're in separation from this person, and this is your energy. This person thought that you were playing a game, like maybe just holding back, but you're not. You're really creating your life. You're really pouring all your time, your energy, focus everything that you have into what you're trying to create. And so there's always ideas, there's always reinventing, there's always, which is happening when when you're innovative. You're innovative because you get ideas. You get ideas from the divine, but you are also interactive in life. And because you are interactive in life, whatever is happening in your life that doesn't really work, it's you always find balance. You're always able to find balance. So your life looks really easy to somebody, is what I'm feeling. And I feel like you're not really even paying attention to this person because they're not giving you attention. The irony is they're not giving you attention. However, all eyes are on you, is what I feel like. So, and it's mainly because your eyes aren't anywhere except for on what you're doing. But I feel like someone pushed you to that point, which in this case, you're doing something with that negative energy. You're making lemonade out of lemons, right? Because the person that you're connected to, I feel, is someone that's really insecure, that you perceived was someone that was a lot more mature. And whether this person has gone through a lot of trauma from bad relationships, whether they were brought up in an environment that also like was kind of ignorant and tunnel visioned, where the way that they uh, taught to how to live life, that this person really hasn't like created themselves enough. So and that's because they always get into codependent relationships. I feel like they came from an environment that was suppressive, and every relationship is suppressive. So this person has issues also with commitment because, again, every environment like suppresses them or they feel that way. So again, they're because they feel insecure, they overcompensate and they overcompensate by acting superior, almost like flaunting what they have, flaunting, and this person gets to hook up with a lot of people because they do that. So they get into karmic relationships. And what it's saying is almost like they get into karmic relationships where they abandon the relationship over time because they get bored. And then they go out and they become a player. And part of the player is that they flaunt like their money or they flaunt their success or their wealth or whatever to try to get people to be nice to them, almost as if because I have all this, you're going to be nice to me. And they've actually have seen that with lower hanging fruit, obviously people that haven't invested enough in themselves. So this is why they have never dealt with your energy before, because that's how the reading started. It's like you're innovative, you're someone that's not yelling at them, trying to like chase them down, trying to rescue them, trying to fix them, trying to heal them, trying to do, no, you're pouring the energy into yourself and you're making things happen. And the truth of the matter is, I feel like this person played a lot of games. And they just played a lot of games, not because they didn't like you, because they wanted you to chase them. They acted like they didn't care. Again, they acted aloof. And where now you're acting aloof, where it's almost like you're not getting your heart involved. This is where you're at. Out of tune, and it's because this person feels again like they don't fit in anywhere. And you can feel that in actuality at this point. So you're not letting this person come back into your life because of that. You're like, I can feel that and that that they would be draining. They know that they would be taking your focus off what you're doing and you're creating right now. And so this person is actually angry. They're getting triggered because they're like, you know what I'm going through. You know that I want to talk to you. You know that I've tried to reach out a few times. You've abandoned me. Like almost like trying to be the victim, turn it around. They don't want to see what they did to you first. You know, they created this. And so that, they're feeling it now. And I feel like they're feeling it because they're not in a good place. Again, they're used of attachments and where they do commit too soon, where this person like would get attached too soon because they're codependent. I feel like they're not in a good space. And I don't know why they're not in a good space, but we're gonna figure it out. I'm gonna first look and see, however, what this person did to you to make you shut down. Because that's really what it is. I feel like you didn't like you don't like the neediness now because you're in a different space. Like you raised your vibration from, again, the creating and pouring into yourself, giving yourself the self-love. So the universe is giving you people and situations and experiences that, again, vibrate on that same level. So you're not on the same frequency. So when this person, and like now you see them for who they truly are. And that's why this person actually feels ashamed because now they would want to be in a relationship. Now they want someone to save them. Now they want, but again, you're like, maybe the old me would have done that. Again, thinking that I would get love that way. But you've given yourself love and you had enough of this person's disrespect. That's really what it was. It was like a lot of disrespect. Like this person didn't know who you were. They didn't know who you were. And like you just had, like, again, you saw it as abuse because it's like emotional abuse. And also, like this person perceiving that you didn't know what your worth was, that you were going to stay attached to them while they really didn't give anything. And maybe because a certain amount of time did go by that, but really, I feel like it's because of all the other people that they dated. I feel like all the other people that they dated, they usually have a hard time getting rid of people because again, they're lower hanging fruit. They dangle like their possessions, their money, if they have a nice car, whatever it is, their job, they perceived themselves as this they were more superior because of the job that they had and the possessions that they owned and the money that they owned. So again, they went into relationships and they looked at what people had. And so a lot of the people that they dated, that this person dated, which they didn't have half as what they had. So they perceived those people to be less than. And I think that this person, like again, got around you and what you had and perceived that you were less than and perceived that you were someone that you're not. And it's like, and now they know that you know that this is what they thought. But that's the abuse. It's like you're gonna treat me less than because you think that I don't know any better. Instead of when we're a good person, we're just coming from our truth all the time. We're not trying to get over. We're not trying to strategize. Like this person was the type of person that would try to strategize, like you meeting up with them and so that they could have sex with you, like in the park. You know what I mean? So, or in their car, or like so that they really didn't have to do anything. And it's not because they didn't have feelings, but it's like that was their mentality and how you saw it was abuse. Like you're like trying to like make me perceive that there's something wrong with me, that I'm not good enough. So again, psychologically, where I don't think that this person has ever dated anybody that called them out on their shit. To be honest with you, I really don't. I think that this person, they were used to getting everything the way that they wanted to have it. Like it didn't matter. This is why it was a little distorted with you. And it's almost like it required you to leave and get and be like, I'm done with it, in order for them to see what life was like without you in it, to have something to compare. This person had nothing to compare to, and so that's a shame. Yeah, this person thinks that you act like you're too busy now, where this person acted like they were too busy to deal with you when they were around again. And then when you would call them out on it, they would play coy and just wasting your time. That's what it felt like, wasting your time because you're like, okay, you keep the conversation on such a surface level that I could tell you're not investing in this connection. You're not taking it seriously. You think I don't know that, but I know what it is. And then again, when you called them out on it, well, I feel like they were like, as long as I know that you're like questioning me, I know that you care. So I don't have to do anything. This is this person's mentality. It didn't mean that you know that's really what they knew. It was, I'm going to base you on what you have, the home that you live in, the car that you drive, the job that you have, the friends that you hang out with. Like I'm going to take into consideration everything that I perceive, and then I'm going to perceive you through that lens. And it's like I like having you attached to me, but I don't really want to do anything. Like it's again almost like that an energy, where if they would have thought that you were someone else, they would have put more effort in. Is what the energy is now. And like I said, I kind of feel like they're going through something right now. So actually, before I pull from that, let's see what they're going through because it's like, why all of a sudden a change of heart? Why all of a sudden the change of heart is what I would like to know. I would like to know what the change of heart is. You know, I want to know what change of heart is. Oh, okay. Okay. Well, we're gonna pull from the first one that actually fell out there. Um, and that was, I feel like this person is getting it either got in trouble, either got in trouble for like like got in trouble with the law, whether they lost their business, whether it's again, they're going through some sort of public ridicule, almost like, but again, I feel like where they're literally, what I'm getting is that either they did something like not pay taxes, where they're gonna like have to go to court. Now that's I know for a specific few, but it's like, and I'm feeling like it's gonna come up in like around January, February. Like this person doesn't really know that it's happening, but what's happening is that the downfall of their business, the downfall of their life, they're being investigated. So it hasn't happened yet, but I feel like that's really where this person like doesn't have anywhere to run. They don't have anywhere to go. So they're kind of that's really what it is. This person is in trouble. They know that they're in trouble. They have nowhere to go, nowhere to run to, no one to get them out of their mess. No one, like I said, this person tends to be very codependent. So they usually have somebody to like fix it, to be a fix it person, or someone that, that'll like give them some sort of comfort, some sort of will again lose themselves in them to make them feel better. And understand whenever you do that, you get disrespected later on because we don't stay in a place where um, when we go through a bad situation, we don't stay in that place forever. Like, you could, God forbid, lose a job, and go through a breakup. And yes, we fall into a depression. That happens a lot of times, but you don't stay depressed. Some people do, but then that's when you should go on medication. It's like, however, it's like, or you get the healing that you need. Really, that's what you should do. Get the healing that you need. And if you need medication, use the medication until you recondition yourself. However, this person, I don't think they've ever done any healing at all, and they need they need to, because they don't know who they are. They're not comfortable. Yeah, this person wants to, like, they don't like the fact that they're not talking to you. If there's a part of this person that feels like there's just a lull in their life because you're not there. They're tired of arguing. They're tired of being away from you. It's like they see the value in who you are now, so they want to extend the olive branch, literally. And that's because they went through, again, this place of humiliation and dishonor, or they're going through it, but the major consequence hasn't happened yet. I feel like they're being investigated, or that um and the downfall of their business, or the downfall of the way that they were living. There was something that, again, was really unethical, again, of a low vibration, a lower consciousness, like a karmic. Remember, I said karmics have a lower consciousness. And here it is, you can feel like, yeah, you want to come back into my life, but yeah, yeah, I can feel that. It's like, but it's not up to me to come back to you, first of all. Second of all, now you're in a different place, and now I'm also in a different place. And that's really what it is. That this person is not, wasted too much time. And they did because they were like in a showdown with you. Again, they were acting arrogant. They were acting like a first class ass, like, really. And because you were dead on what you were saying. You were saying you're not investing in this. You're acting coy. You're acting like what I'm saying is not valid. It's like, or what I'm saying is from my imagination, and it's not. It's like, I know what you're doing. You're like, everything's a showdown, literally, with this person, instead of them, just making it easy. It's like, no, I want to deliberately, like, stay attached to you, but not give you anything, and make it like, maybe one day I'll give to you. And the reason why is because I don't really think that you would notice whether or not I was giving to you, because clearly, um, the way that you live, no one's giving you. When really, I feel like the people that you actually have in your life, choose to be in your life, they do love you and respect you. So again, is this person also, I feel like, stayed, like, away from you because you made things really clear cut, and you make things that way, and you say it very directly, where this person, again, sees it like a sharp tongue, right? Where, how they take it is they act as if you're acting superior, but you're not acting superior. You're not acting superior. You're setting a boundary on how you want to be treated. And this person was pretty much looking at you saying, no, this is how I see you. You're like, this person's trying to come into your life and do whatever the hell they want to do. And you're saying, you're not allowed to come into my life and do whatever you want to do. You're not allowed to come into my life and waste my time. I have a right to know what's going on with this connection. If you're wasting my time, and this person actually had a problem with it. They wanted to act superior. Now they're not in a good place. Now they're looking at themselves and they're saying that they look like a first class ass. And it's because, again, you're very unselfish. Again, so this person saw this as, again, you saw this compassion and this noble part of you and this generous part of you as a weakness. This is what this person saw. And really, it's because you're extremely ethical. And I also feel like whatever you do within your work or for a hobby or just a passion of yours is humanitarian. Like you like to help people. You're a very unselfish person. So this person confused the niceness with weakness, and then again judged everything on the home that you live, the friends that you have, the car that you drove, like just on all exterior things instead of getting to know you. They kept it surface, played coy because they didn't want to. And now what they see is that they have unconditional love, that they know who you are now. That because again, there's an uncommon bond. But I feel like that there's that happened that they realize that once you cut it. Yeah, because of what happened is like they had a lot of times to reevaluate and they saw things from a new perspective. And so I feel like now they're nervous because that they know that you have a lot of options, yeah, and that you're going to evaluate all your options. Now it's your turn and that you're going to have judgment on them. And there's a lot with this person that they're not confident about. But now let's see how the tables have turned. It's like where this person's now insecure, they're not in a good place because some of them they're getting publicly shamed as we speak. That is probably going to lead to some sort of major thing like like having to go to court, like having to pay a lot of money, losing, possibly having to spend a little time. Again, there's going to be a penalty for it. And it's, again, I feel like for somebody, it's not, they didn't pay their taxes. I know that's for like a few. Now, for others, who knows? But whatever it is, it's like this person is losing their status. And here it is, people like you. You're in a high vibration. Remember, you're creating, you're innovative, like you're coming up with ideas because you're manifesting. It's because you're co-creating, you're pouring the energy into yourself. You're becoming yourself. And so you're connecting with other people and this person seeing that they're alone, whatever it is, they're losing a lot of money, if not all of their money. And I feel like they have nowhere to go, nowhere to run to. So, of course, they're looking back on all their options and they're seeing, I don't really have any options. However, you seem like a great option, but understand why you seem like a good option. It's like where like this person tends to be someone that is a nonconformist. So they again don't like to be in relationships. They tend to be a lone wolf. And I feel like they love their freedom, like I said. And I think that you have learned to love your freedom. And this person knows that. They can see that because you're not looking for them, you're not talking to them, you're enjoying your life. And they thought when you stopped talking to them that you would miss them, apparently. And really, what they see now is it's like you want to move on. This person is going to show up into your life. Watch. Swift and fast. Yep, they're gonna send you a message. They're gonna reach out. They're gonna because there's a part of them that in their inner voice is telling them to. It's like, and they know that they weren't fair before, so they're actually gonna offer more. because they know that you're going to say, hey, it's a bit like you don't treat people right. Like you're in a relationship with somebody, relationships, it's a two-way street. This person acts like relationships are just all about them. So I feel like they're going to offer more, but it's because they want to connect. Like I said, I know that because it's like, well, you're looking more better and better and better and better and better, but understand why. And this person also is dying to like be with someone on a physical level. And they still feel like they have this spiritual connection with you. So it's again, there's part of this person that has an intimacy issue, but they want the sensual pleasure. So again, and I say that because this person still doesn't know who you are. They're perceiving that you're someone different because of all exterior things in your life have changed. And that's because you've been growing. You've been in a place of manifesting, coming up with ideas and being like innovative, like with your career and with your life. So you're not the same person. This person went out of your life. They expected you to chase them. You didn't. They went off and wasted a lot of time. And now they're coming back into your life when they're in a place like that's not in a good place because they want to, again, they do miss you, but understand why they miss you. And also, that this person hasn't changed at all. Like they're due to their pride, right? They due to their pride, they stayed away. They didn't want to give up the position of at the time they thought that they were like in power, right? So even though this connection is a timeless connection, this person was too much in their pride, and it's because they've inherited a lot of negative ancestral karma, and they thought that they were going to put you in a place where you were going to be isolated and then you were going to like eventually cave in because there's a timeless connection. This is what this person thought. This fell on the ground, so we're going to take it. And where again, that's not what's happening. What's happening is it's like you're moving on, and this person knows that you're looking to make a new life for yourself, and it's making this person feel really lonely, and they don't want this cycle to be completed between you and them. They don't want this to be final ending, and they know that it will be because again, they left you void. They didn't. They were vacant in your relationship. They purposely, you know, separated. They needed to make adjustments in the relationship a long time ago. They left you lonely. And so now it's almost a sense that you learned your lesson. It's like where you're graduating literally because you learned your lesson and you want a new life. You don't want this person. And this is what this person feels. That's why they want to reach out. That's why they want to talk to you. That's why, because they're like, they wasted a lot of time. They played a lot of games. And yeah, because they're in a place of our hardship. They all of a sudden want to fix it. They don't want this to be a lost opportunity. The pressure, because time's a ticking, because again, they were nothing but disappointed, but I feel like whatever they're going through is like it keeps putting them like delaying their situation, like setbacks. And they know that you're like again creating a new life, that opportunities are coming for you. While this person now is like in a really bad place, and it's made them go within and again self-examine like how they were in the connection. But what's really is it's like they're feeling like they are like doing some healing because of their situation. It's like their situation has made them to dive deep, okay? Made them do some self observation, okay? Because they do want to know, but the self-reflection and stuff like is helping somewhat, but it's not like enough to fix the relationship. Is this a divine connection? Yeah, like because it's creating awareness for this person. It is a holy connection because of that. Um, it's giving this person spiritual insights, helping them to make wiser judgments, helping them to regain hope. And I feel like you do that for this person. They perceive if they were with you that you would somehow help their life. And this is why it's that they haven't done the healing. It's like everything goes back to like on you, and you're creating your life. This is your life. This is what it's so it's almost like this person wants to be you. It's like they don't like their life and they're like, I don't want this life. And why should you have that life? And you were supposed to come back here, and I really thought that you were this person, and now you're not this person, but you're actually going to have a better life than I have because now I'm in this place, and they're actually mad at you because you didn't put up with their nonsense. You got out of their life. You avoided like whatever drama they would have brought your way. And again, just this person being so needy would bring so much drama into your life. Not to mention the fact of all the negative repercussions that are happening to the point that this person is being publicly ridiculed, that it's like they could be serving time, having to go and serve time, that they're getting shut down. It's like they're being made a mockery. So they could be like losing a business. They could be like getting a divorce, but the divorce is so nasty and they're losing everything because they cheated or because they did again, this person was not just self-righteous to you. They were self-righteous to everyone. That's why they had to be with lower hanging fruit. They were judging people on based on, again, what they perceived that they had, which is so, surface. Now, of course, they see your life is great and that you accomplished all this. So let me come in now. It's almost like that's the energy here where you're like, because again, you're getting recognition. But I can't make this shit up because you're getting recognition from what you're creating. Because again, so this person is sitting there watching like it's a movie, your life. And they see it. They see again, and some of you probably either have your own platform or you have something that you're getting noticed, whether that's even a Facebook page that you're like interactive with a lot. And like they see you're getting a lot of accolades for your work. They see that your life is changing. And this is what's giving this person a lot of anxiety and thinking that now I need to come back into your life. But they, again, which is bad, but what's even worse is that this person like hasn't done the healing. Yeah, how you see it is that they destroyed the connection. It's like, and they're in regret. They want to fix it, they want to clean it up, but you already see them as a disappointment. It's like you want to let the connection go. This person that will probably make it like it's a it wasn't that big, want to downplay it, but that's the way that they dealt with you. So it's again, you're like, no, it's over. It's over. It's over. And it's because you did think about it. You did contemplate on it. You did go within. You did like take a break from them. And you know what? That break they thought was going to scare you. You were going to run back, that you were going to they were going to break your spirit. That's what they thought, and that you were going to be so emotionally hungry for them that they'd be able to throw you a few breadcrumbs and that would hold you over. And what wound up happening is no, the time that they wasted was the time that you were creating a new life for yourself. So it's almost like you paved a way right out of their life. So we have to say, why did you attract this person into your life? Well, clearly, again, I feel like if they weren't giving you energy and you put the energy into yourself, that's one reason. You know what I mean? Because you made a way where there was no way. And again, you're getting accolades for whatever it is that you do for work. It's like you're getting recognition that there's opportunities coming for you. So here it is, you're in an upsweep and this person's on a down sweep. And really, they had the opportunity to be with you, but they acted like you didn't have enough. Or there was some element of maybe again, they don't like your religion, they don't like your haircut. It could have been anything from an exterior that this person perceived. Again, the car that you drive, the job that you have, the home that you live in. Um, Anything outside of you instead of taking the time to actually get to know you. And meanwhile, they knew that this was a spiritual connection, but they didn't hold stock to it. But now it's like they have nowhere to go. They're seeing that they don't have any options. So of course they want to come back. Of course they do. Isolated. So again, whenever I see that part isolated, when children don't get the love and the support that they need, growing up, whenever are going through a rough time, they usually go into isolation in order to heal themselves. It's a way that they can like try and figure things out. Um, because there was no support, and that's what I felt. It was like support. So that could be emotional support. There could also be financial support. It could be any type of support. And that's again, I feel like what this person saw was like again that you didn't really have support. And that's why again they were judging you from outside things of what you knew. They thought that you were going to be naive, and I think that people have used that before because again you're someone that's very like an empath, like a sensitive, very emotional, very passionate, very intuitive, very trusting, like almost like a child, like someone that's always creating like an empath does, right? And so I feel like empaths tend to pull in like narcissists a lot of times, and this person has a lot of narcissistic energies where they just again thought, oh well, like you're not going to notice confusion growing up without support and having to figure out things on your own while life and being manipulated through your sensitivity and through the fact that you're just nice or you're a good person, through the fact that you're a good person, to the fact that this person sees that whatever you do, thing your work that you're actually getting accolades for is a part of humanitarianism. So it doesn't necessarily mean that it it doesn't mean that you're out in the streets doing it. It's that you're actually sharing something that's beneficial to humanity, something again that you give and you're getting noticed for it. So again, people admire you, people like you. People don't like this person. This person has just been publicly ridiculed. It's like they didn't just treat you badly, they treated a lot of other people badly for them to be going through whatever they're going through. So know that. And so what they're seeing is, wow, your life looks good. You can help me. It's like, even though I treated you like that before, it's like, again, misunderstood. Like I said, it always been misunderstood. That's an empath, highly sensitive thing too, where, sensitives are very nice. We are the squeaky wheel. We are the people that we are the squeaky wheel because we notice details. We're curious. We're people that, like I said, that spend more time caring about other people than ourselves. So a lot of times that's misunderstood, and then when not getting treated nicely is it's confusing because if we're nice and we're giving, shouldn't people like us more? Shouldn't people like treat us nicer? No, Spirit says you're being naive again. It's like you're looking for support again, and that support could be emotional support, financial support, anything. Again, if you're like over giving to people that haven't earned it, haven't earned your time. And this person clearly didn't earn your time. They didn't feel like they had to. So again, they didn't mind if you went into isolation. Again, and I just was alone. Because when you're a child, you go into isolation because you don't have the luxury of getting in your car or calling up a friend. It's like usually you just have to deal with it, where like you learn that lesson. I feel like because of that trauma in childhood where there was no support, where you had to deal with every little thing that was horrible in your life by yourself, go into isolation, you became compassionate, but also relationships were confusing. They're not confusing now. They're not, because it's like what it is like you know that whatever you didn't get, that you're whatever you didn't get, that it's important to give. And so the thing is, this person came in not giving, and it activated a lot of your trauma from the past, your inner childhood trauma of not having support, of having to go through everything by yourself. Of again, when you have to go through things by yourself when you're a child, everything's scary. So then you begin to approach every little thing with fear instead of being strong within yourself. So Spirit wanted you to get strong within yourself, and strong within yourself where you still can be that nice, compassionate, loving person, but you have discernment. And again, you didn't have discernment because maybe you never knew the difference before. It's again, but because you poured the energy into yourself, you definitely see it. Yeah, frustration. And it's like you didn't like you were like a relationship should not bring nothing but confusion and frustration. When you're around this person, everything is like difficult because they make it that way. They play it coy. They were like, and they're still manipulating because they're like, don't really, they didn't come back and apologize. They're going to come back and apologize now because it's again, they like your life. But that's somebody that you don't want really around your life because they'll try to take too much control, and they'll do it by any means, and that will throw you off your game. And it's because this person is not happy. It's like, and they haven't done any healing. They like anyone can awaken and say, well, now I realize, but they're in a shit show right now. Their situation is like it's horrible, their situation, like and they want to bring all that to you because now all of a sudden they have this realization. No, what they have is that no one's there. They have no options. You're the only good option. And the thing is, that's because you're a nice person. That's because whatever it is that you do every day in life, like for work, it's like you deal with the public, so you know how you're good with people, so you're not rude. This person took that as a weakness. So Spirit leads us off with one more message, and that is belief. I believe in myself, the beauty of life, and the goodness of God. Thus, I have the power to fulfill my dreams. The will of the Almighty supports me. My life is showered in divine light, and my heart is open to the universe of the universe. Right? My life is showered in divine light, and my heart opens to the power of the universe. So it's understand what Spirit is saying. It's like this is the energy that you're in because you're manifesting. You're like again creating. You're in the process of coming up with new ideas, and maybe when you're pouring into yourself and you love what you do. And so again, whatever you're doing, you're going to get recognition for, which means you put in a lot of time, a lot of energy. It's that you're you're putting all that time and energy in, like because you're on a faith walk, you have the belief, and having this person come back into your life, I feel like would completely like just throw you off. And I feel like that's what you know. And that what you also know is like you don't need anyone to help you. Where spirits say what like doesn't want you to have anyone to actually come in and help you. Spirit wants you to see that you can do it yourself. So even though it may take a little bit longer, where, hey, this person coming into your life, hey, guess what? They may be good with business, but I mean, you don't want their energy attached to your business because we know that money has no energy. However, possibly before they got in trouble, and when you were first dealing with them, you thought that they could help you. And what you're seeing now is that whatever they would bring is nothing but good. So what spirit is like, this is all about you being able to heal those things so that you can see that, yeah, mother and father might not have supported you, but the universe is, and the universe is father, and the universe is mother. So that you're always supported, you're always loved, and that it's that energy that you'll be able to through that belief you'll and the energy that you're putting into it is that co-creation process, like I said, just opens up a brand new life for you, an exciting life where if this person comes back into your life, I just feel like they would take you off that, and misery loves company, and then they wouldn't even stick around because they're looking to be with someone that has a better life than them. But the problem is every life that they go into, I feel like they ruin, they bring the person's energy down. So I'm going to leave that there, Scorpio. This was a rough one, and it started off rough. You know, the reading started off rough, and it was just a rough reading because this person's energy is just like they don't even have a good intention. Like I feel like it's not, oh, I miss you so much. I realize I'm so sorry. It's just like my life is shitty. Where can I run to? You know what I mean? And oh, well, you're a good choice. Oh, well, your life is good. Now I see our connection. Now I have feelings. Yeah, of course you would. It aggravates me. I'm gonna leave that there. Usually, well, I am normally prejudiced about like, who my Scorpios should date, and this is not one of them. I don't normally project that. I just feel like, again, too much user vibe, and I don't care what kind of connection you think you have, just not a positive one. I'm gonna leave that there. Talk to you guys soon.